Early in 2025, Jensen Huang caused a brief market panic by stating that useful quantum computers were still 15 to 30 years away. 2 months later, he reversed his position on stage at GTC and admitted he had underestimated the near-term timeline. By 2026, NVIDIA was rolling out the software infrastructure to actually manage these machines. The historical delay in quantum utility stems from a physical bottleneck. Qubits are hypersensitive to their environment, meaning heat or a stray magnetic field can knock them out of alignment. Until recently, recalibrating a machine required human physicists to manually tune the system over several days, creating a significant productivity hurdle. NVIDIA is targeting this instability with the Ising platform. As their documentation states, Ising is a family of open-source AI models and workflows specifically designed to handle the control plane of a quantum computer. Moving quantum machines out of the lab requires an automated AI-driven control plane to manage physical instability at scale. Ising manages these machines through 2 distinct models. The first, Ising Calibration, acts as a doctor. It uses a 35 billion parameter vision language model to analyze measurement data directly from the quantum processing unit. It immediately outputs tuning adjustments like tweaking laser pulses or microwave frequencies, compressing days of manual lab work into hours. The second model is Ising Decoding, which operates like high-speed autocorrect. Because qubits fail frequently, this 3D convolutional neural network monitors error signals across both space and time. When it detects a failure, it instantly calculates where the error happened and flips it back to a stable state before the entire computation crashes. NVIDIA benchmarks report that this 3D CNN is up to 2.5 times faster and 3 times more accurate than pi matching, the current industry standard. As this is vendor-reported data, the next step for the industry will be independent validation of these performance gains. Shifting error correction from slow human intervention to lightning-fast AI models creates the foundation for scaling quantum computers toward practical utility. While Ising provides the software infrastructure, several hardware manufacturers are building the physical processors that will eventually run it. IBM is pursuing quantum-centric supercomputing, which links multiple chips together for higher performance. While their Kookaburra processor is cited as having 4,158 qubits, this is a modular, multi-chip roadmap target, rather than a finished, single-chip system. In February 2026, Google researchers reached a feasibility milestone called below-threshold scaling. They demonstrated that adding more physical qubits actually reduced the overall error rate. This proves that building reliable machines is now an engineering challenge, though full fault tolerance remains an unsolved problem for today. Other leaders like IonQ and Quantinuum are focused on precision. IonQ recently crossed $100 million in annual revenue, while Quantinuum, in partnership with Microsoft, successfully generated 12 reliable logical qubits using their trapped ion hardware. The hardware race has moved past basic physics experiments into a commercialization phase, with multiple technologies competing to scale effectively. This phase is also correcting several common myths about the hardware. While superconducting systems require cooling colder than deep space, photonics-based quantum computers use particles of light and can operate at room temperature. Access to this technology is also shifting towards a quantum-as-a-service model. End users generally ramp compute time via cloud platforms like AWS and Azure rather than purchasing the physical hardware themselves. There is also a persistent idea that developers must rewrite every classical machine learning algorithm to function in a quantum environment. In reality, these systems use hybrid workflows. A traditional GPU cluster handles 95% of a standard workload and only routes the specific mathematical roadblock, like a high-dimensional optimization problem, to the quantum processing unit through high-speed links like NVQLink. The near future of computing pairs quantum processors as specialized accelerators with traditional supercomputers. To understand the timing of these breakthroughs, we have to look at 2 distinct tracks. Track 2, represented here at the top, is the hybrid utility phase spanning 2026 to 2030. Track 1, on the bottom, is the arrival of fully fault-tolerant systems in the 2040s and beyond. Track 1 represents the long-term goal of general-purpose machines. These systems will eventually be capable of breaking current RSA encryption, an event the industry calls Q-Day. Q-Day is not an imminent threat for tomorrow morning, but it creates a harvest now, decrypt later risk. Adversaries can stockpile encrypted data today and wait for future quantum machines to open it, which is forcing companies to upgrade their security protocols immediately. While true fault tolerance is still decades away, its potential impact is already driving a massive overhaul of global cybersecurity standards. However, track 2 is happening right now. We don't need million-qubit machines to see commercial disruption in specific industries. Pharmaceutical companies are already using hybrid systems for precise molecular simulation in drug discovery. Manufacturers are mapping new solid-state battery materials at the atomic level, and logistics firms are running quantum algorithms to optimize global shipping routes in real time. This technology will integrate into the global stack as an invisible, cloud-based engine managed by AI, resolving the specific mathematical bottlenecks that currently stall classical supercomputers. If you found this deep dive valuable, please hit that like button, share it, and science behind the AI headlines.